Look, you have probably heard this before. If you want to make money from trading, you need to treat it like a full-time job. Open your screen sharp at 9 a.m. in the morning and stay till the very end, that is 3:30. And then all that does is it gives you a lot of stress, especially if you're a working professional and if you already have a business. You just cannot afford to give these 6 hours. Not just that, the worst part is, let's say if you're a positional trader, a lot of people say that in positional trading, what happens is you can just sit and relax. But deep down, you know that your capital is stuck. Not just your capital is stuck, but even your mind is stuck. So this is the reality of the actual trading. But the truth is, you don't need to sacrifice your job. You don't need to sacrifice your peace. You don't need to sacrifice your entire day. You can make profits, consistent profits in trading in just 30 minutes a day. And to be honest, I have been in your shoes. I had a full-time job as well. I had deadlines to meet as well. And I didn't even had much time to do the things that I wanted to do. And let alone, do trading for like 6 hours a day because I already had a full-time job. And no matter how hard I worked, I didn't really had enough time. And the idea of staring at charts from 9 to 3:30, it was just impossible. It felt like trading was only for full-time traders or YouTubers with 4 monitors because I was very new to trading. So this is what I thought. And I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this video who are completely new in trading and who are looking to build a second source of income from trading, you guys might also believe the same, that if you want to make money from trading, you need to sit in front of the charts throughout the market hours, especially if you're an intraday trader, or you need to have those fancy setups which you see on the internet by these influencers, right? But that's not the case. But still, I kept thinking that, okay, how can I do this with my job since my time is limited? And honestly, I almost gave up. And I've seen a lot of people just because of time, they even just drop the idea. They believe that just because you have a job or business, you cannot really make money from trading because trading requires that full-time time. But that's a lie. And you know what? Even I thought that this is how trading works until I discovered a way to trade on my terms without missing out on job income or life. So, if you're a working professional or business owner or a parent juggling priorities, this video is for you. Because what I'll do is I'll show you exactly how to create a second source of income from trading by just spending 30 minutes a day without chasing those, you know, complex charts or random calls from these Telegram channels and without giving up your peace of mind, which is the most important part. Now, here's the thing. Most gurus will say that watch multiple time frames all day, especially if you're a beginner. You have no idea about what these time frames are. Even if you have an idea, you will keep juggling from this 1 hour time frame to 5 minute time frame to 1 minute time frame to 1 day time frame, and still you are clueless. You have no idea what to do. A lot of people will say that, okay, enter when RSI plus MACD plus 3 EMAs align. Too many jargons, too many complexities, right? Follow my signals on Telegram, forget about all the charts. And when you actually pay them the subscription, what happens is you start losing your capital. You make profits for a few days, and then eventually, not only you lose the profits, but you also give back the capital that you have, and you bring in more money. You lose the more money, and that's how most people end up ruining all the savings that they have gathered since a decade or something. And the reality is, these kind of things do not really work in the market, and therefore eventually you believe that, okay, this is the time I should probably learn from somebody else, and then you get this particular course from a YouTuber, from an influencer, that, okay, get my 999 INR course, and with a strategy that can give you like 99% of the profits every single time. The chances of, my strategy giving you a profit will be 99%. And you imagine that scenario where you are trading and you are making like 9 trades right out of 10 trades. But the reality is that doesn't really happen. So all of these things that we discuss, this is not trading. It's just that you are babysitting the screen. You are being in front of the screen throughout the market hours, and in the process you are not only harming your trading, you're not making money, in fact you are losing money, but at the same time you are also not doing justice to your business or your job. And as a result, you are also seeing that frustration, that stress even in your job. So this is how most people operate, especially when you are beginning as a trader. And as I said, for some people with a job or business, it's completely a disaster. You miss one trade, the setup is gone. You follow one wrong call, you blow your capital. It's like being in a toxic relationship with your laptop. But what we do is at CPC, we have built a solution for this particular problem, and it's called as time box trading. And here's how it works. We only trade for 30 minutes a day. That's it. We don't believe in sitting in front of the charts throughout your market hours. In fact, we don't believe in watching the charts at all if you really want to make money as a beginner. And this is some watching charts is important if you really want to take the trading full time eventually going forward. But when you are not making money as a trader, the first goal is to actually learn how to not lose money. Once you have learned how to not lose money, that's when you can think about making money. And that is the goal. But I've seen people who believe that the reason why they are not making money is because they don't have any idea about that toxic or that complicated knowledge which these guys are showing you on the YouTube, and you believe that that is the reason why you're not making money, but that's not the reality. Eventually, in trading, simple things work. I've seen people using one simple system throughout the trading life, and they are making good amount of money. So it's not about the complexities that eventually help you to make money. You just need one setup, one defined bias, and no noise. As simple as that. And it should be a checklist base. You should be having a system which has a proper SOPs so that there should be no room for making any mistake. Because in trading, if you make one mistake, it can really cost you a lot. So that is exactly what we do. We make things simple. We only trade for like 30 minutes a day. That's it, with one defined setup for which you don't really need to watch the charts at all. Because as a beginner, and even somebody who has is just been like 6 months or one year, and even people who are advanced, reading charts, mastering charts take time. And for that, you need to spend good amount of time in the market, a year or two. That's when you start understanding what chart has to offer. Even though you won't be able to master the charts, but at least you will be able to get an idea what exactly charts are saying to you. But still, you won't be able to make money. That doesn't guarantee it. And if you're a beginner, then that becomes like next to impossible because chart takes time, as I said. So if you want to make money from your second month, third month, then you need probabilities in your direction. And that's why we are doing option selling, and we are only doing it for 30 minutes a day without looking at the charts. Now, moving forward, as I said, what we do is it's a time boxing method. We only trade for like 30, 25 to 30 minutes a day. That's it. And it's just like going to the gym for 25 focus minutes. You don't need to lift weights all the day to stay fit. You just need a targeted plan and consistency. And that is the same thing that goes with trading as well. And here's the result. You build a routine that fits into your life, and you are the one who actually controls it. For example, take Abhay, one of our students. He gave up trading for almost 3 years. Life got busy and losses piled up. And that was one of the reasons why he never came back for like 3 years. But after joining CPC, what we have seen is he restarted with just 30 minutes a day before starting his workday. And today he's making anywhere between 5 to 6% monthly returns. And more importantly, calmly. There is no stress, there is no FOMO. He is just building his confidence, which is building on a particular process that we have shared with them, and something that has allowed him to trade profitably. So if you have ever said to yourself that, okay, I don't have time for trading, what you really meant was you don't have a system that respects your time. And that's exactly what we will give you. So if you are a trader, if you're a working professional, or if you are a business owner who's looking to build that second source of income, but if you believe that you don't have enough time, then this is the time that you should realize that you don't really need to be sitting in front of the charts throughout the market hours. You don't need to use some complex indicators or price action techniques or SMC or ICT, whatever you have seen or heard. You just need one system, a proper defined session in which you need to trade, and the system should be proven enough. So if you want a system that can allow you to trade for only like 30 minutes a day and make some consistent, stable income, then comment time and I'll share that particular video with you. And through that video, it will give you a fair enough idea of how exactly we are going to do it for you. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.